Neanderthals were closely related to Homo sapiens before they went extinct about 40,000 years ago. We don't know why Homo neanderthalensis went extinct, although many reasons have been proposed and discussed in the scientific arena. I suspect a combination of reasons contributed to the demise of the Neanderthals, including climate change, vulnerability of their relatively small populations, and assimilation into the much larger gene pool of Homo sapiens. There is little question that Homo sapiens killed many individuals of their close relatives. From Science Alert on July 6, 2025, comes an article titled, Ancient Neanderthal, quote, Fat Factory, end quote, reveals how advanced they really were. Here's the lead. Quote, the Neanderthals are our closest extinct relatives, and they continue to fascinate as we peer back through tens of thousands of years of history, end quote. The next 3 paragraphs introduce the idea of a fat factory and tell how it would have worked. Quote, in a new discovery about this mysterious yet often familiar species, researchers have found ancient evidence of a Neanderthal fat factory in what is now Germany. Operational around 125,000 years ago, the factory would have been a place where Neanderthals broke and crushed the bones of large mammals to extract valuable bone marrow and grease, used as a valuable extra food source. According to scientists, this is the earliest evidence yet for this type of sophisticated large-scale bone processing, including both bone marrow and grease. The first confirmation Neanderthals were also doing this some 100,000 years before our species made it to Europe, end quote. One of the 8 scholars who co-authored the associated peer-reviewed paper is then quoted in the Science Alert article, quote, this was intensive, organized, and strategic. Neanderthals were clearly managing resources with precision, planning hunts, transporting carcasses, and rendering fat in a task-specific area. They understood both the nutritional value of fat and how to access it efficiently, most likely involving caching carcass parts at places in the landscape for later transport to and use at the grease rendering site, end quote. As an indication of the magnitude of this fat factory, the article in Science Alert indicates that the scholars, quote, uncovered more than 100,000 bone fragments from what are thought to be at least 172 large mammals, including horses and deer. A good proportion of the bones showed cut marks and signs of intentional breakage, pointing to deliberate butchering. These weren't just leftovers from a hunt. They were also indications of tool use and fires in the same location, all in a relatively small area. Add all of that together, and it seems clear that some kind of systematic, organized bone processing was going on here. Similar processes have been linked to Neanderthal sites before, but not at this level of scale or sophistication, end quote. The scholar quoted previously in the Science Alert article is quoted again, quote, bone grease production requires a certain volume of bones to make this labor-intensive processing worthwhile, and hence the more bones assembled, the more profitable it becomes, end quote. The article at Science Alert then explains that we have a large body of evidence indicating Neanderthals were very intelligent. Quote, thanks to research we know they were adept swimmers, capable brewers, and abstract thinkers who raised their kids and used speech patterns in a similar way to humans, end quote. The last few words, quote, in a similar way to humans, end quote, indicates Neanderthals were not humans. I beg to differ. They were in the same genus as modern humans. They were very intelligent. They understood the importance of nutrition without taking a single course on the subject. That they were not as skilled at mass murder as Homo sapiens currently distinguishes them from contemporary humans. However, it does not indicate they were less human than our species. I now turn to the peer-reviewed open-access paper in Science Advances. Published on July 2, 2025, the article is titled, Large-Scale Processing of Within-Bone Nutrients by Neanderthals 125,000 Years Ago. Again, it was produced by 8 scholars. The abstract tells the story, quote, Diet played a key role in human evolution, making the study of past diet and subsistence strategies a crucial research topic within paleoanthropology. Lipids are a critical source for hunter-gatherers, especially for foragers whose diet is based heavily on animal foods. Recent foragers have expended substantial amounts of energy to obtain this resource, including time-consuming production of bone grease, a resource intensification practice thus far only documented for Upper Paleolithic populations. We present archaeological data from the lake landscape of Neumark-Nord, in parentheses Germany, where last interglacial Neanderthals produced at least 172 large mammals at a water's edge site. Their partial carcasses were transported to this location for the extraction of within-bone nutrients, particularly bone grease. This fat factory constitutes a well-documented case of grease rendering predating the Upper Paleolithic, with the special task location devoted to extraction of nutritionally important lipids, forming an important addition to our knowledge of Neanderthal adaptations." End quote. The second sentence in the introduction emphasizes the importance of this research. Quote, "Here we present data on food processing by last interglacial Neanderthals, which shows that these hunter-gatherers, similar to recent foragers, already focused heavily on the exploitation of within-bone nutrients, and particularly on bone grease, 125,000 years ago." End quote. The second paragraph of the introduction cites many other peer-reviewed papers in providing an overview of the importance of fat, and also on the importance of this research study. Quote, "Fat, especially within bone lipids, is a crucial resource for hunter-gatherers in most environments, becoming increasingly vital among foragers whose diet is based heavily on animal foods, whether seasonally or throughout the year. When subsisting largely on animal foods, a forager's total daily protein intake is limited to not more than about 5 grams per kilogram of body weight by the capacity of liver enzymes to deaminize the protein and excrete the excess nitrogen. For hunter-gatherers, including Neanderthals, with body weights typically falling between 50 and 80 kilograms, the upper dietary protein limit is about 300 grams per day, or just 1,200 kilocalories, a food intake far short of a forager's daily energy needs. The remaining calories must come from a non-protein source, either fat or carbohydrate." End quote. I could rattle on, yet again, about how we are one. I've probably provided plenty of information to support that idea.